Hello everyone. Today I will make an argument for why Puerto Rico should become the 51st state of America. Puerto Rico and their citizens still make up a massive amount of our army and allow them to pay into taxes and our social systems. Imagine fighting for your country for years, you've trained, you've fought, and you can finally become home. Even after all these years of fighting in the army, you won't be given the same rights as your fellow peers though. You can't vote for president or any congressional representative. You have no say in the laws that are established in your country. You just have to accept it. Well, for many people, specifically 3 million people of Puerto Rico, this is not an imaginary scenario. This is the reality ever since they were acquisitioned. Even though Puerto Rico has been intertwined and integral to U.S. history, they cannot be part of all of our benefits. The Puerto Ricans should be able to be part of the government and be able to represent it. They should be able to join our armies and have economic assistance, as they are citizens. Now you may be asking, who am I to speak on this? Well, I took a college class for human geography and I learned about it. It really opened up my eyes to the Puerto Rican people and their suffering. We did research in that class, and so I know more than most people in that term. But firstly, let's discuss why Puerto Rico is a great location for business and the Army. Puerto Rico has been used as a strategic location in order to access North America, South America, and the Caribbean. This easy access has saved a lot of money for us due to being able to close proximity and stuff. Puerto Rico also makes a lot of money for the United States, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics from 2025. Total exports for Puerto Rico amounted to $24.7 billion in 2024, which was a 9.7% increase from 2023. And we even had an increase in April in the pharmaceutical, medicine, and manufacturing industries. The U.S., as stated, makes 24.7 on exports alone. All right, it shows how much Puerto Rico provides economically, with manufacturing also increasing, and all this is a benefit to the United States. Puerto Rico gives so much to the U.S. in economy and location, and we give nothing back. Next, let's discuss how much the Puerto Rican people have sacrificed to the United States and how they have fought along their fellow citizens. Data from 2025 shows that Puerto Rican Institute of Statistics shows that 64,295 veterans in the United States, or about 2.4% of the population, age 18 and over, are part of the military. Now, this excludes the 80% that are 55 and older that are veterans. But modern times are not the only time that Puerto Ricans have served in the military. One famous example of this is the 65th Infantry Regiment in World War II, the largest group of Puerto Ricans. They would hold their own against German forces and last until the end of the war, holding up the front lines bravely. They would receive a Congressional Gold Medal, and they're still in the infantry within the military to this day. Puerto Ricans have been in the military since the start. They've died, fought bravely, and they do not get the same benefits as their peers. Finally, let's discuss how Puerto Rican people pay federal taxes and pay into our social programs such as Social Security. Puerto Rican people work just like anyone else in the States. And due to the fact that they are under federal law, they also pay into social services such as Medicare. And of course, they do this without getting anything back because they're not a state. According to Puerto Rico Worldwide Tax Summaries in 2025, it states the federal social summaries for Social Security and Medicare law applies in full in Puerto Rico. The tax rate is imposed on both the employer and the employee. In 2018, the tax rate was 7.65%, and it consists of Social Security and 1.48% for Medicare tax. As the evidence shows, 7.65 plus the 1.48 is taken away from the wages of the Puerto Ricans without them getting any benefits. It's basically stealing from the people. Another piece of evidence from the IRS shows that Puerto Rican people, if they're work for outside the Puerto Rico, that they'll also pay in tax. And as we showed earlier, many of them work under the federal government, which doesn't even include the people working in the federal offices, which is also included in that outside sources. So many of them pay into a system. They're not taxed. They don't get anything back. So it's taxation without representation, which is what the founding fathers themselves fought against. But some people may argue Do Puerto Ricans even want to be citizens? Do they have a desire to become the 51st state? Yes. According to a survey done by the Puerto Rican people, by State Election Commission 2024, when an election was held on November 5th, 2024, there's a 58.61% who wanted statehood. That's a majority of the Puerto Rican citizens who want to be part of the states. If the people want to be part of the states and have sacrificed so much to the U.S., they should be allowed to be in the state. To conclude, 3 million Puerto Ricans deserve to be for 51st state. They've been important for our history, important for our military, important for our economy, and I hope one day that Puerto Rico will gain the full citizenship that they deserve, and they will be the 51st state.
Bravo.